Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so. And I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are in the world. So much love to you all, my delicious little babies. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beat me up, my juicy little lights. Thank you, little lights. You're delicious and bright. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers by. And I hope that you too are having a super duper and wonderful time wherever you are in the world. And that life is also treating you most wonderfully. So much love to you all, my delicious little babies, okay? Now then, the weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK, so the sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray. I have been informed actually, my delicious little babies, that apparently the weather is going to change come the weekend, okay, my delicious little babies, so well, that's that. Anyway, I'm late doing my video. Usually I'd be a lot earlier, but I've just done a healing actually. They've just gone. So now I can, come on now and do my video. Okay, my delicious little babies. So today I'm wearing the t-shirt Boss Lady. Okay, my delicious little babies. Because you see, in life, sometimes, well, not sometimes, but really, you've got bosses and you've got bosses, haven't you, my delicious little babies? Anyway, I just thought I'd mention. Now then, sir, what have we got for you today, my delicious little babies? So, right, the first one, my delicious little babies. Now, this is on YouTube, okay, my delicious little babies, and it's with Dr. John Campbell. So if you could please and thank you type into the old space bar Dr. John Campbell, please and thank you, and then the video that you're looking for, because Dr. John Campbell at present has 2.83 million subscribers, my delicious little babies, so it's a rather large amount, my delicious little babies, okay? But this video I seen, when was it? Was it yesterday evening, I think? Okay, please excuse the old washing machine, it's just on a spin. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the video should read that you're looking for on Dr. John Campbell's YouTube channel, should read Global WHO, meaning World Health Organization. So we're back to that again, there we are, okay? Digital health certification. So I shall just repeat that once again, my delicious little babies. Global WHO, okay, meaning the World Health Organization. Digital health certification, okay? So you've got, what is he, what's he called now? The Director General or something, okay? Crocker-Shat, okay, as we all very well know. Well, I cannot even, I thought this, there we are, for such a long time, my delicious little babies, yes. I just cannot get me old noddle around, how somebody can come in front of the camera who's absolutely got no experience whatsoever, to do with health or anything like this now. But is quite happy to come in front of the camera and, talk, there we go, a Crocker-Shat, before I even said it, and think that all of us are going to listen to this out here anyway. So my video should not come down, my delicious babies. I'm well entitled to my own view, and I'm going to have my own view. Okay, my delicious babies, and that is my view. Okay? So, if I was, say, in a desert, okay, certainly, if I met your man there with the old flipping Mr. Magoo, sorry, flipping spectacles, and I've got nothing against anyone who wears glasses, my delicious babies, because you see, I always believe in clear seeing, you see, okay? If I met him in the desert, okay, what's his name? Tedros or whatever his name is. Well, let me tell you, I'll be flipping walking the other way. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Because if you want your man there to give you a flipping glass of water or a bottle of water, do not rely on a piece of shite like that. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now the next video, this again, this is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay, and it is with Richard Verbs, okay, my delicious little babies. Now he's now up to 169,000 subscribers on old YouTube, my delicious little babies. So keep up the good work, keep up the good work to Dr. John Campbell and Richard Verbs, not in that way, not in that way, okay. Now the video that you're looking for, my delicious little babies, it's a very recent one, should read an update from that MP. So I should just repeat that once again, my delicious little babies, an update from that MP, okay, meaning Andrew, there we go, Bridget, okay, my delicious little babies. Yes, a very interesting conversation indeed, okay? And what's even more interesting is that, you know, it's, you know, these videos, there we go, I can engage in, do you see what I mean? Because there seems to be a level, there we are, of common sense. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? Like I said before, I'm going to repeat it again. If something is not worth engaging with, that's just another way of explaining it. Well, I shall not engage. I just bang it off. Okay, I've got absolutely no interest whatsoever. Okay, my delicious babies, I've been like it since I was young. There we are, okay? I used to switch off at school when the teachers, there we go, were talking a crock of shart. I'd just switch off. I just look out the window, I just do something, then I get a telling off, there we are, and then I end up standing outside the door because I've been a naughty girl. Do you see what I mean, yes? Which, you know, in my school days, I'm not going to say to any of you my delicious little babies that I was not naughty, because there we go, because I was very naughty. I was a naughty girl. Do you see what I mean, okay? Of course, you know, I would never, ever in a million years, there we are, have ever said that to my beautiful little daughters at the time, okay? Because when you're wanting them to, well, you know, to learn what they can, it is not a very good example to set by me saying that I was a naughty girl. Do you see what I mean, okay? But yes, I used to drive my dad flipping crackers, there we are. I used to drive him crackers, do you see what I mean? Because he just wanted me to behave. But seeing as I'm, you know, not that type of woman to behave, and neither was I that type of little bairn to behave, well, you know, what else does one, there we go, expect from me? You know, I cannot give what I cannot do. And really, furthermore, what I do not want to do. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? I've always liked to feel, there we are, that I have my own mind. So if I feel that something is not right for me, or, you know, say for example, it's not going to benefit me in any way, do you understand what I mean, yes? Not meaning that in the wrong sense, I need to explain this now. What I mean is that my noddle, ding ding dong dong, works off common sense, yes? So, there we go. So if somebody approaches me, say for example, my delicious babies, and they talk of flipping crock of shart, okay? Because in all of our lives, there we are, and one must admit this now, okay? In all of our lives, at some point in time, someone's came along, haven't they? And they're talking a flipping effing crock of shart. There we are. Do you say? And they can stand there, there we are, convincingly, I'm all called here, they can stand there, convincingly. But I love little rats, it's only a figure of speech, but if I smell a flipping effing rat, there we are, then I smell a flipping effing rat. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, yes? So even back all those decades ago, you know, I could fully well see, there we go, that the teachers were full of shart. Do you see? So, and of course, when I was in senior school, just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Now, one of my punishments, okay, because I used to love doing, because we used to play against other schools, you know, like in netball and things like this now and then, and I was classed as goal shooter, which I must just say, I mean, I haven't been doing it of late, but I'm pretty sure that I could flipping hit the goal. Do you see what I mean? Yes. So we used to play, there we are, we used to play against other schools, yes. And for myself, well, you know, I was goal shooter, you know what I mean? So, you know, and I really took it, there we are, I really took it bang, 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 very flipping seriously. Do you know what I mean when it comes to my netball? Do you get what I mean? Same with rounders. Honestly, let me tell you know, when you're swinging, I could flipping whack a ball. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Yes. And I used to take, when I was younger, okay, obviously I do not do sports now. Well, it's not obvious to you, my delicious babies, but I do no longer do it. But in my younger years, there we are, I was very focused in, you know, my sports and what I enjoyed doing. Yes, it's like, you know, that took up a lot of my time. I was very, how can I explain it? Even as a young bairn, there we are, I was very active. Do you understand what I mean? I like to be climbing trees, I like to be roller skating, I like to be skateboarding, I like to be BMX and, you know, doing my wheelies and, you know, going with your hands behind your back and doing flipping hops on it. And you know what I mean? I just loved, there we are, all that sort of thing. I'd do anything just to be in nature, just to be out. And we were very blessed where we lived, there we are, because we had all of that, a very large open space, not like the flipping poxy flipping effing 15-minute flipping cities that they want to bring in. Are you all following me now? Please and thank you, my delicious little babies, yes? When I actually look back to, there we are, my childhood, we may not have had a lot, but guess what? If I can honestly look back, there we are, less was more. Do you see, my delicious little babies? And what we had was all of the beauty of everything, and tyres for swings, as well as having a park and tennis courts and paddling pools and things. But, you know, we had that, there we are, going back all them decades, there we are, that freedom, okay? Which is not very sadly what we seem to be seeing now, okay? It's like the parks are getting smaller and smaller, okay? And there's just simply nowhere, especially where I live, like the nearest park, if you're looking at walking distance, would probably take about 20 minutes if it's walking distance. I mean, if you were driving, you know, give or take around the back roads, you know, you're there we are in 5 minutes. Do you see what I mean? But, you know, and I always made a very conscious effort, okay? In fact, it wasn't an effort to me, you know what I mean? Like, I used to take my daughters to the park, I used to take them here, there and everywhere, there we are. Do you see what I mean? Yes? They were never deprived of anything in their lives, never. Okay, my delicious babies, their dad, myself, took them on holidays, do you know what I mean? And then, of course, you know, when me and their dear dad, not in that way, when we split up, you know, well, he would take them on, I mean, for goodness sake, I mean, there was going on like 2-3 holidays a year, you know, because there we are. I mean, he's, God bless him, and he works hard enough. He's an electrical engineer, and, you know, there we are. He has a very good job, which he does, okay? And, you know, take him on 2 or 3 holidays a year. Do you see what I mean? So I feel very blessed. I do not even know why I'm saying any of this. You know, I feel very blessed, yes, that my daughters, there we are, experienced lots of, you know, wonderful and there we are and beautiful things, yes, and they're going to their adulthood now. There we are, and they, you know, I mean, they enjoy doing all sorts of things, you know, what all the young ones do. Mind you, I mean, some of the middle-aged, you know, women and ladies like myself, you know, well, to be honest, I'm not into this kind of thing. I was asked, there we are, a number of times, but it's just not my kind of thing, you know what I mean? Flipping massages, flipping spas. It's just not my kind of thing, my delicious little babies. It's like I flipping dyed my hair today, so I'm back in the flipping land of the living. But to me, I mean, I used to pay, what, 50 quid? To get me flipping hair cut and coloured. In fact, I'm going to have it, I've decided now what I want to do with my flipping hair now. And what I'm going to do, because it's growing rather long, I think what I'm going to do is have some layers in it, you know, because, you know, it needs a bit layering out. So that's what I'm going to do, rather than just have it all. Because I was thinking, shall I have it all just chopped off? And then I thought, well, no. Do you know what I mean? But my hair tends to grow quite quick anyway. Do you know what I mean? It must be the flipping Bangladeshi in me. Anyway, my delicious little babies, let me get back to this now. So the fact of the matter is, you know, I mean, I'm not in, like I said, into flipping spas and all this, yes. And I mean, and I thought to myself, I'm spending flipping 50 quid a flipping through, you know, like every 8 weeks to have my hair coloured. I thought I could flipping do it myself, go back to the old-fashioned days, do you see what I mean, yes? So I thought, if I want to do an Indian head massage, I'll flipping Indian head massage my own flipping hair and flipping colour it, do you know what I mean, in my head. So yes, I'm back in the land of the living now, my delicious babies. It's been coloured dark brown, and if you've got any delicious little women or delicious little ladies out there, like I said, not in that way, not in that way, it's Olea, okay? It doesn't have any ammonia, okay? And it seems to be far better on my hair, and I'm not losing my hair, okay? Put it that way, okay, my delicious babies, because I did go through a stage using another hair colour, where unfortunately I found myself and I thought, what the flipping earth is going on here? And I looked in the flipping mirror and I thought, this is never right, Carly. Do you understand what I mean? But with this one, it's like everything's locked in. Do you see what I mean? So for any of you juicy and delicious little women or ladies out there, well, that's the way to go, okay? As long as you're not allergic to anything, okay? Yeah, so, you know, getting back to this now. Yeah, so, I mean, we were never, you know, deprived our daughters of anything, you know, and they enjoy everything, going on their holidays, yes, and doing all these things. Do you say? I never wanted my daughters to be, God bless the beautiful, dear little souls. I love them both so. I never wanted them to be cooped up. Do you understand what I mean? Like, most days we'd go out somewhere, even if I was working, that I'd be working, do you see what I mean? And just make sure that we're out and we're doing something, do you see what I mean? And of course, when we were really young, it was like things like the Wacky Warehouse and what do they call it now? Because I know others, God bless them, who've got young bairns, like I said, my delicious baby daughters, how I love them so grown up now. Thank goodness with what's going on in the flipping schools and everything, okay? Because let me tell you, I'll be flipping, there we go, flipping locked up, flipping big time. Do you understand what I mean? Because let me tell you, I would not flipping hold back. Do you know what I mean? Yes? So I'll be putting them flipping teachers in their effing place. Let me tell you, there we are. Do you see? What's it called now? Monster. So it's gone from like the Wacky White Warehouses, sorry, when my little bairns were young, my daughters, to, what's it called? Monster Nation. Monster Nation. I mean, what the flipping effing hell is all that about? Monster Nation. I mean, flip me, the word alone, monster, would flipping frighten a young bairn, wouldn't it? My delicious little babies, yes. Anyway, I just cannot believe how times have changed, honestly. But when I look back, no, neither myself or their dear dad, not in that way, no. We've got nothing to feel bad about. Because there we are, nothing at all. Because they had, there we go, the best that they could have. Do you see what I mean? I mean, they were never deprived of anything, whether it's shoes, socks, clothes, you know. And everybody would always say that there we are, that I dressed, you know, the girls really beautifully. If they went somewhere, they were well-mannered. Because that's the way I was brought up. I was brought up with an ex-army man. Do you see what I mean? There was no room for bad manners, my delicious little babies. And even to this day, I cannot stand. To me, no, that's not acceptable. Okay? If a young little bairn is playing up or whatever, you know, they need discipline. Okay? They need to be put into line. I'm not talking about smacking and belting and all these things, no. Because all I ever had to do, the same as a dad, was just raise my voice. That's it. Then anything would go quiet. Do you see what I mean? Yes? So there's no need for that. Okay? But it seems to be a different generation. Now, I'm not saying this to every dear mum or dad out there or families out there. No, I am not, my delicious babies. I'm just saying that we seem to be seeing a different generation. And also with a different generation, my delicious babies, what we're also seeing is too many on the flipping dog and burns, not looking where they're going. I've been saying this over the months. iPads, all of these things. Okay, so like when it's sunny outside, do you know what I mean? And there's some who, and don't forget everybody, please keep a handle on it. And even like when you look, it's sunny outside, and then you could have, I don't know, the young lads, on their old flipping game machines, with the old thumbs, yes. And then you've got the young lasses, they're just flipping stuck to the flipping dog and burner iPad. Do you see? And when I was younger, and my beautiful little daughters were younger, our beautiful little daughters were younger, sorry, I should remember to say that, but do you know what I mean? Occasionally I forget myself. The fact of the matter is that we never had none of this. And even when the mobile phones come in, we waited till a certain time, there we go, and a certain age, until, our daughters could have a dog and bird. Do you see? And it's the same with when our beautiful little daughters got their ears pierced. You wait till a certain age. I mean, everybody's different, so I'm not knocking anybody, so in case that's what anybody thinks, no. I'm just going by when I was younger, how I was brought up, and even then, years ago, my dad, let me tell you, as strict as flipping hell, right? Well, he didn't even like me to even have earrings. He just never agreed with it. Never agreed with tattoos, earrings, anything. No. Do you see? In fact, my dad was even, been a broad Yorkshire man. Do you understand what I mean? He, even if it's jewellery on a man, he thought. But please do not get me wrong, and please do not hold anything against my father, okay? Because let me tell you, through our ups and downs, there we are, God bless him. He brought me up with good flipping manners and good flipping everything. There we are. So, please do not look at my dad. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions here. But with my dad, no. He even thought even a man wearing jewellery wasn't. I mean, even when he got married. Do you know what I mean? He never wore a wedding ring or anything. I mean, as far as you get with my dad, I've got to be honest, even those decades ago, because he was bought watches and things like this, yes, we tick, tick, tick. But I always remember, it was only when we ever used to go on holiday, he wouldn't wear his watch at any other time. It was digital. It was a digital watch that he used to wear. But not very often, no. He just wasn't one for jewellery or anything like that. He was just like a natural man. He was like a shirt, trousers type of bloke. Do you know what I mean? Loved his grub. Do you know what I mean? Yes. But then again, God bless him, he's a real good cook. Do you see what I mean? Yes. I've always said, and again, I don't want to hold this against any women or ladies out there, you dear little selves. No. But if we look at who the best cooks are in the world, there we are. I mean, I have to say, for the majority, it's got to be men. You see, I'm just going off onto something else now, my delicious babies. Yes, but something I don't know. And then earlier, I'm just going to tell you this, my delicious babies. Yeah, so I'm not here to offend or upset you. I'm just explaining that I was brought up in a different era, a different generation, a different decade. That's all I'm saying. But because my dad is so, there we are, old-fashioned. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? He's very old-fashioned in his ways. Like my beautiful dear little Nana and Grandad. Oh, how I love them so. Oh, God rest the beautiful dear little souls. Well, that was, my dad's beautiful dear mum and dad, okay? And, my granddad, yes. I mean, he'd wear rings. I happen to have his rings. Not his wedding ring, but I happen to have his rings. And the thing is that, yes, my dear Nana and Grandad, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, you know, they would wear jewellery, do you see? But my dad was just a different, I don't know. I mean, he's my dad. And even I couldn't flipping father him out sometimes. Do you understand? Do you understand what I mean, Martin? Yes. But that's not in a bad way. And just for those out there, Martin Sugar Babies, for you all, no, me and my dad do not talk. We haven't spoke for some years now. You know, it's just that we're both very strong personalities. Do you understand what I mean? And we're not always going to agree. We could agree on some things. But it's just that I just feel that maybe it's a parents, a parents thing, I don't know. But, you know, it's like they always seem to think you're little babies. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not flipping adults, if you know what I mean. And then, like, sometimes, I mean, it doesn't happen with all parents, no, but sometimes it's like, oh, they want to tell you off, like you're flipping 5 years of age. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? I'd never wish any harm on my dear dad. No, I wouldn't. Okay, my delicious babies. I'm just being honest there, never. Okay? But do we get on? No. In fact, do I get really on with any of my family? You know, not being horrible and never wish any harm on any of them. No. Okay? I live very much a humble life, quiet life. Do you see what I mean? And that's why, you know, others, there we are, like to come for the healing with me. It's very quiet, it's very peaceful, there we are, it's very, do you understand what I mean? That's simply how I like to live. Simple things, that's how I like to live. Do you see? I just do not like the flipping stress or anything of anything. And anyway, to be honest with you, all my brothers and sisters and everyone, my dad, they've all got their own lives. They're all, you know, hunky-dory, tickety-boo. Do you know what I mean? Yes? I mean, they've all got their own houses, their own flash cars. There we are. They've got everything. Do you see what I mean? I just like being on my own. And maybe it's because, there we are, I left home so early. Do you see? So it's like, there we are, I rely on myself. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little baby? Sorry. I know it's really hard for some of you to understand that, but that's the way I am. Do you see? I mean, I talk to many. Yes, I do. But I like my own personal space. There we are. Do you see what I mean? It's just the way that I am. You know, just to do my own thing, to read or to watch my videos or to do what I got to get done. Do you know what I mean? But I also like, there we are, my chill out time. Do you see what I'm saying? So in between doing my healings and doing other things now, yes? I just do not, anything to do, even going to shops, drives me, there we are, drives me flipping crackers. Please do not get me wrong, I'm not going to moan about walking in a shop, because some you need a flipping effing app for. Do you see what I mean? No, I didn't mean it like that. What I mean is, I just do not like the hustle and bustle, there we are, of crowds. I'm not a liking. I just like to get in a place and get back out. I'm not one to window shop. I'm not one to, you know, and that's where I feel that I've got the masculine, there we are, and the feminine. So I've got both, okay? Sometimes in life you may get somebody who's got, say, more of the feminine, or you may have somebody who's got more of the masculine. With me, I'm sort of 50-50, neck and neck. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. But I'm just not one to walk around, shop till you drop and all that. I never have been. Anybody, there we are, who knows me, knows this. Yes. I find it totally boring. Whether that be clothes shopping, food shopping, any kind of flipping shopping, I find it boring. Do you see what I mean? Quite simply that. Do you see? I'm just not one just to walk around all day. It drives me flipping mad. Drives me flipping crackers. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, flip me, she's just flipping really gone on about it. No, I'm just trying to give you a better insight, there we are, to the type of woman I am. Do you see what I mean? I'm not one of these who, like, you know, especially these young ones, you've been seeing this long time. You know what I mean? Where they want to be with a millionaire. You know what I mean? They'll bend over backwards in some cases. There we go, flipping literally. Do you get me? My delicious little babies, yes. Just to be with ka-ching, pound, shilling, pence, dollars and change. No. If I wanted to be with somebody, there we are, and I love that, who it is. Well, let's be fair. I could live in a flipping tent. Do you see what I mean? You know, because that's how life should be. Shouldn't be about all this materialism, shouldn't be about, oh, you've got this, you got that, or if you're going out with somebody, you know, that they've got to find a way to impress you all the time. No. Be yourself. Be who you are from the heart. Be who you are. Nobody should ever feel that they've got a flipping ka-ching to keep somebody. My lovely little neighbours up the road. Sorry, I do get distracted, my delicious babies, yes. No, nobody should ever have to feel that way. Because if they have to feel that they've got to buy, because that's what it's doing, you're buying somebody, aren't you, my delicious little babies, okay? That's what this is. And I just like to feel that on each and every one of my videos, that I'm giving not only information, but there we are, but food for thought with things. Do you see? And I've been saying it for months and months and months. In fact, there we are, I've been saying it for flipping decades, you know. You need to come away from the materialism. Do you see? It's like, let me give you another example. Now, I've known over decades, right? Right? And, I mean, God bless them. God bless the beautiful, dear little souls, actually. And I will say that. Where, I mean, sometimes the husbands or wives haven't even bought, they never buy flowers. They never, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a pound bunch or whether it's a £10 bunch or a £5 bunch. You know, I mean, to me, I mean, you know, flowers are, you know, grown long enough, you know, and somebody doesn't have a lot of ka-ching, well, why not just go somewhere and just cut the flowers and hand it to somebody? Because, I mean, isn't that more personal? If you look at it a different way, my delicious babies, there we are. Where you can actually, you know, see that somebody has gone to a destination, has actually taken the time to cut those flowers to bring them to somebody. If you look at little bairns, what do a lot of little bairns do? I've had, you know, neighbours, little bairns and everything, and they'll pick little flowers, whether it's little buttercups, whether it's little daisies, and they'll say, here, Carla, look at that. My little beautiful little daughters, because they're all so beautiful, God bless them, they haven't got a bad burn in their bodies, okay? And isn't that beautiful? And my own delicious, sorry little daughters used to just pick flowers and just bring them to me. I say, okay, put them in some water. And where all the little bairns are always really happy is when they actually see that you put it in the water. Do you know what I mean? So the little flower could be that small, but I still put it in the water and I still bring it out to show them. I say, here we are, I've put them in the water. Do you see what I mean? And I thank them, you know, so much, you know, for even thinking of me that way, you know. So, and then like some years ago, I just got to tell you this, my delicious babies, while that's on the old noddle. Some years ago, ones were going to, oh God bless the beautiful dear little souls, going to flipping graveyards. And you know when somebody had like bought a lovely bunch of flowers and they put it down if they didn't have a container to put, you know, the flowers in and the water, to just to lay them down. And somebody else had come along, there we are, and I actually spurt to two. Over the decades, I forgot all about that, my delicious babies, telling you this. I'm not pointing, that's rude. And there were two women who I spoke to, and they found out, there we are, and this was 15 years ago, there we are, and that was back 15 years ago, and they said that they found out that the flowers that their boyfriends had brought them was from the graveyard. No joke, swear down, my delicious babies, so you know what they did? They said, well, go and take them back to where they came from. Because you're taking from, do you see what I mean? But yes. Anyway, I don't even know why I said all that. Anyway, I have. So, you know, but anyway, that's a terrible thing for anybody to do. Do you know what I mean? Yes? Because you let the dear loved ones rest in peace. Do you know what I mean? If somebody wants to come and very kindly, their delicious little families or delicious little friends want to, or delicious little work colleagues and want to come and lay flowers, we should be able to lay them and not have them flipping stolen to give to somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend. How disgusting is that, my delicious little babies? But yes. And that was, there we are, back 15 years ago. Oh, yes. You'd be amazed what things ones would do. Anyway, but they must remember they're always being watched. Anyway, so that's that. Let me just move on with things now. So the next video, my delicious little babies. Now, I find this interesting. I've seen 2 of these videos today. One yesterday, by the way, and one today. This is on YouTube, my delicious little babies, okay? And what you need to type in, please and thank you, my delicious little babies, is Malcolm Roberts. Malcolm Roberts. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, the video that you're looking for, by the way, at that point, was it yesterday or was it the day before? I don't know. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. Could have been yesterday when I looked. But today, it's gone up to 35,000. But to the point when I wrote this out, which was yesterday evening, Malcolm Roberts has 34.8 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, yes, okay. Now, the video that you're looking for, please and thank you, my delicious little babies, is Friday afternoon live with Senator Malcolm Roberts. So I should just repeat that once again, my delicious little babies. Friday afternoon live with Senator Malcolm Roberts. Now, while you're on him, I'm just going to go down to here, yes? Because this is one that I was listening to before my dear client come for their healing. This one here is also with Malcolm Roberts, so we stay on the same YouTube channel, okay, my delicious babies, because now it's up to 35,000, okay, as of today. And the video that you're looking for should read, with the same uploader, not in that way, not in that way, no more indemnity. We will chase you until you are held accountable. So I should just repeat that once again, my delicious babies. No more indemnity. We will chase you until you are held accountable. Okay, my delicious babies. Now, who Malcolm Roberts is, sorry, my delicious babies, for those of you who do not know, because some delicious babies will not know, this is to do with Australia now, my delicious babies. But to me, I've just got to grab my pen. But to me, my delicious babies, yes, is that we need to be following, I'm saying this right, because it just, I don't know. Just going to tick these off. I need to know where I am. Please excuse me, my delicious babies. We need to see what's going on here, okay? Because I'm seeing, there we are, and I know I'm flipping right. There we are, I know I am, okay? I'm seeing a lot now, and then you've got others coming out in this, okay? But to me, where we need to get to the heart of the situation, and it very much appears to me, my delicious little babies, that we're not getting to the heart of the situation, if you're following me, my delicious little babies, okay? I know what I'm saying, but I've got to be careful what I say, because otherwise I get banged off for another 2 weeks, okay, my delicious little babies, which means 2 strikes, okay? So, but I'm hoping, there we are, please and thank you, my delicious little babies, that you're following what I'm saying. And by the way, any part of my video so far was not to offend anybody, not to say how somebody lives their lives. No, that's not what I was saying. I was simply explaining about my upbringing and different things now, okay? Not to offend anybody in any way, shape or form. So if anybody does feel offended, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. Please skip my channel, because there's thousands of other videos sorry to listen to. Okay, I'm not here to offend, upset anybody. Okay, I was just telling you a little about, a little bit, sorry, stumbling here, a little bit about my life. Okay, that's all I was doing. And for some reason, I just sort of drifted into it okay? So I shall not take my video down because boss lady, okay? My delicious babies, because like I've said from the beginning, anyway, I'm not going to say, I'm hoping you can read in between the lines. Okay, my delicious babies, now we've got 2 more and then that's me done. So I've heard this morning, I shall not advertise who it is, okay? Simply, you know, because I do not feel the need to. Apparently in Canterbury, in our UK, Canterbury, okay, Deliveroo, you know, these little green men and these little orange men, which of course, you know, during the old lockdown, okay, well, no other businesses could be open, could they, apart from the giants, and, you know, plenty of takeaways, if you get me. My delicious little babies, do you say? They seem to be the only ones floating about, it seemed, anyway. Well, Deliveroo is not welcome in Canterbury, in the UK. My delicious little babies, so nobody wants them. Yeah, because you see, I mean, I've been saying this long time. There we are, okay? There's no harm in, you know, the odd takeaway, whatever it is, yes? I mean, if you're on holiday, I mean, you know, you have a number of meals, so it's a holiday, isn't it, yes? But I mean, even if I'm on holiday, I'd still like to cook. Do you know what I mean? Just gotta have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. I'd still like to cook on my holiday. Do you know what I mean? But it's just that, you know, when you have your daughters, you know, you're going really to the hotels, do you see what I mean? But, you know, but me, myself, no, I'll just cook. Do you know what I mean? I'd go out if I want to, but do you see what I mean? But I like cooking anyway, there we are. I just love to cook. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but in Canterbury, no, they're not wanting you Deliveroo. Yeah. So it seems that more and more are waking up to this, aren't they? Because if you look at the old takeaway, you know, with certain businesses now, okay, I've said it before, there we are, I repeat it again. If you cannot smell food from a distance, if you cannot smell food, well, to me, that's not good grub. I'm sorry, no. In fact, I'm not sorry for saying it, because it isn't. If you cannot smell it, that's not good at all. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, finally, and of course, you know, there's other ingredients that go in it, which of course, you know, is no good for your body. Do you see what I mean? Yes. Like I said, there's no harm in the occasional takeaway, but it seemed to me a while back, okay, mind you, it's been going on a long time, years, that it seems that takeaways were the way to go. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Well, me personally, I disagree. Anyway, so, but like I said, I've got nothing against anybody. Do you know what I mean? Who wants to have lots of takeaways. To me, I believe that, you know, something may take a lot longer, you know, to, you know, it will take you longer, won't it? A lot longer, you know, if you've got to chop things up and do all these things. Yes, it will take you longer. It's common sense. But I always feel that at least I can sit down, know what I've cut up and know what I've done and know that I can eat it and I'm not going to be flipping ill. But of course, there we are. But over the decades, what have we heard? Flipping food poisoning, all sorts of things. And then when they've gone into even posh places over the decades, you know, posh restaurants, and they've gone round the back and there we are, there's some right dirty business going on, do you say? When all the diners, you know, paying big ka-ching, you know? Yeah, I know of one in Birmingham, I won't say which one it is, that was shut down a few times. And there we are, and that was classed as a flipping mega posh place, let me tell you. And strangely enough, you know, I got offered, there we are, to go there a number of times, and something, my spirit was telling me no. I said, no, thank you. Just wouldn't go there. Do you see? And then not long after, there we are, then heard bang, bang, bish, bash, bong. Do you know what I mean? They've been flipping shut down. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, and had to reopen. And then this particular one got shut down 3 times. I don't know if it's still there actually, but it used to be a really big place where, you know, it's mega expensive and, you know, a lot of man and woman used to go there, okay? Especially in the, there we are, the working and businessmen and things like this, yes, oh yes. But when they found out, oh gosh, and they told me, it's like they felt like projecting, you know, in their flipping bucket. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, thank dear flipping dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that my dear spirit said, no, not to go there. Do you see what I mean? Go back to the old-fashioned saying, too sweet to be wholesome, okay? Something can look all shiny and nice, you know. No, sometimes you've got to go behind the scenes, okay? Now then, final video. Now then, very interesting, because I am following as much as what I can, okay, my delicious babies. This is, again, I have advertised them before, Swahili Nation, okay, my delicious baby, Swahili Nation. So I'll just spell that for you, SWAHRLR Nation, Swahili Nation, okay, my delicious babies. They now have 299,000 subscribers on YouTube, okay, so this is on YouTube, my delicious babies. The video that you're looking for, not in that way with any of them, okay, should read Julius Malema, Julius Malema, we want one Africa president, okay? Julius, just repeat it, Julius Malema, we want one Africa president, African Union, visa, one Africa army, okay, my delicious babies, okay, one Africa, okay? I'll repeat that once again, okay, it's quite a lot here. Julius Malema, okay, we want one Africa president, African Union visa, one Africa army, one Africa. Okay, my delicious babies of Swahili Nation, 299,000 subscribers. And what this is about, my delicious babies, and then that's the end of my video, okay? So I'm going to tick you off and my pad goes over there because I've got a brand new pad now. So going to be back to me at A4. Okay, my delicious babies. So what this is talking about, okay, is to do with visas, okay? Because what this gentleman's saying is that what he's saying is that shouldn't have to have visas, okay, you know, to do with Africa and that, yes. But it's also talking about the diamonds, you know, and things like that. These videos are not long, my delicious babies, but, you know, your man there talks, there we go, again, common sense, okay? And I only like to listen to videos, there we go, that talk common sense. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, yes? And that's my video, and just to let you know, just to leave on a good note, you know, because I've had a chat, you know, I've had a chatter, I've had a natter, you know, chat, okay? I can talk for, it's only a saying, my delicious babies, I can talk for flipping England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales, I can flipping talk, there we are for everybody. Cheers to me, my delicious babies. Anyway, I enjoy talking, I always thank dear God for my flipping voice box, you know what I mean, for my throat and everything, I thank him. Jesus, I thank him for everything I've got. Anyway, my delicious babies. So, I had my hair done, and I was halfway through dyeing my hair. Okay, my delicious babies. And, you know, my next door neighbour upstairs, God bless her, I say next door, but you know what I mean, upstairs. Because, you know, Spanish, okay? Now, her beautiful dear, because they're all so beautiful, beautiful little family. And her beautiful dear mama and, you know, papa, yes, mama and daddy bear, okay? They come over a few times a year, actually, probably about 4 or 5 times, actually, you know, they come over from Spain. Anyway, oh, it's so beautiful. And so anyway, so the other day, I was doing my back garden, and my beautiful dear little neighbours, dear little mama bear, she's only tiny, she's like, I'm here, she's there, oh, she's so sweet, do you know what I mean? Anyway, she can speak very little English, okay, my delicious babies, and usually she'll use her a dog and bone, you know, like, and puts a translate, you know, to say what she wants to say to me, okay, my delicious babies, like I said, I should really learn, but I was offered, actually, from my beautiful little neighbour upstairs. She says she'll teach me Spanish for free. Isn't that lovely, my delicious babies? But you know what, I think I am going to have a go at it, okay? Because really, I shouldn't be so flipping, do you know what I mean? 'Cause it's not very nice, is it? Because, you know, you've got to try to understand a little bit at least, do you say? Anyway, so I was doing my garden, and with her dear little mama bear, oh, she's so beautiful, okay? And she's over 70, but you would never think it, you know, never think it in a million years. And she likes to be on the go, okay? She's just, oh, God bless her beautiful dear little soul. She just likes to be on the go all the time, do you see what I mean? Yeah, she was actually on one of my, I think it was the Aquarius video, where she came and sat down. I think she was asking me if she would win the lottery or something. Anyway, God bless her. Anyway, such a beautiful little family. Anyway, let me just, continue. So she wanted to come and help me in my garden out the back, okay? So anyway, the two of us working together, it was so funny, okay? And considering she could not really understand myself and I could not understand herself, but we had such a laugh, with the flipping water hers and everything, we were just having a laugh. We worked super duper, there we are, wonderfully together, and we just really flipping laughed. Do you know what I mean? Everybody could hear us laughing. Do you see what I mean? Yes. Anyway, I thought, I'll go out shopping, get her a beautiful bunch of flowers, which I did, and a beautiful card. But of course, I've wrote it in English. But my beautiful little neighbour, a beautiful little daughter, she'll read it out, okay? Anyway, so I was halfway through doing my hair, yes? So I got the hair dye here. I've got parts of my flipping hair all here, yes? She's going, colour. She, sometimes shouts with her, colour. Okay, she's so beautiful. So I went out and she went, oh, like that, just laughing anyway. So I'll give her a hug as best I could. Do you see what I mean? And a kiss on the cheek, because obviously I was dyeing my hair, wasn't I? And she was, but prior to that, so she was explaining and saying thank you, and that the flowers and the card very pretty. And she said, and when she comes back from Spain, she's going to bring me a gift. Well, to me, it's so beautiful of her. And she brought me a beautiful homemade cake yesterday, because they never ever do it too sweet. Do you see what I mean? There's nothing worse than eating a cake that's flipping full of flipping sugar. You want something that's palatable, not too sweet. And she bought me in a little takeaway tray, and they wrote on it, oh, how beautiful. Do you see what I mean? And it had all that berries and, just so beautiful, because you see they're actually professional at what they do, with cakes and everything, yes. Anyway, and there's chocolatiers and things like this, yes. And usually, there we go, I get to sample. There we go. That's, sorry, excuse me. What you get. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? I just feel truly blessed each and every day with my beautiful little neighbours. There we are, with my beautiful everything. I'm just truly blessed. I was walking back from the shops the other day and I had a couple of carrier bags, and then I seen a beautiful neighbour, not in that way. I seen beautiful neighbours and they said, I'll carry that for you, Carla. Look at that. Can you say? And this is where really everybody, if they can, I'm not saying everybody can, but we can try, where others need to get back to that point. Do you see what I mean? It's just what it was. I was out walking with beautiful little rubes. So, but I had the bags. They were not what I would call heavy, but look at that, to help me. Do you see? And I just feel if we get back to more of that, but anyway, I get back to this now. So anyway, so she showed me on the translate. Oh, God, love it. Oh, I love them to my heart, no joke. I love them to my heart. They're just so beautiful. She was showing me all of her photographs on a phone, going right back to, when was it, 2016 she was showing me everything. Oh, she's just so lovely. She puts her flipping legs up. She does all these things, do you know what I mean? Which, God bless, for some is not their fault, but even they couldn't do what this our beautiful little mama bear can do. Do you see what I mean? Yes, she did the old yoga and everything, yes? Oh, she's so lovely. And when she stands there, they're going out, and she puts the lipstick on and she's smiling and she's putting the lipstick, because she's just flipping banging. I just love them. I love them. Just such a beautiful family, okay? I cannot be any more blessed. And that means with all my beautiful little families, cannot be any more blessed. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you have such a laugh, it's flipping, there we are, priceless. Do you see? And, you couldn't get to anywhere and get a laugh the way we get a laugh together. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? So it's super duper wonderful. But what came into me noddle just before she was going, Calla, what came into me old noddle, yes, was, there was that song, Strangers in a Night, do 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 do. So anyway, so when she showed me the translation, I give her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, as best I could, because I didn't want to get hair dye on her or on her clothes, And then I was going, strangers in the night, be-doo, be-doo, be. And anyway, she started to do a little dance, God love her, and then I started to do a little dance, and we're both doing it, and she's going, oh, she's fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I had that song in my old noddle. I don't know what's flipping happening. I mean, I was, spend the past 2 days now singing all different songs. Do you know what I mean? I'm just having a really brilliant time. And I'm walking along singing, and then there was this woman this morning, and she turned around and she said, oh, it's so lovely. She said, to hear you singing. She said, because there's so many, there we are. She said, that are flipping miserable. I said, yes. I said, you got that flipping right. I'm not saying about everybody, no. But you can just see, especially in this past 3.5 years, where some have been, God bless her beautiful dear little souls, have been so flipping ground down, that they're finding it hard to pick themselves back up. Do you see what I mean? It's like it's, I suppose to some, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, it's very traumatic to their minds, isn't it? To have to go through all these different things, you see. Whereas with me, my delicious babies, I'm not going to say I'm the strongest, but mentally I'd say there we are, I'm pretty strong. Do you see what I mean? You sort of like, what's the word? You bounce back. But God bless the beautiful dear little souls. There's some out there that they do not bounce back. Because they just simply do not know how to overcome something, God love them. Do you see? Anyway, that's the end of my video, but yeah, we would go, doobie-doobie-doo. And I thought, I haven't heard that song in years, but when I was dyeing my hair, for some reason, I got that song and I started singing Strangers in the Night, okay? And I thought, I'm going to play it. But it was on old Frank Sinatra's, wasn't it? Okay? And it's a beautiful song. I listened to it twice. I thought, yeah, but I thought, why did I get that after all those years? But anyway, and I seen one of the comments, because I never clicked on the comments on this occasion, because I was too busy. But, because by that time my hair was dyed and then it was all up and that, you know what I mean? Like this, you know what I mean? So I could just do whatever else I needed to get done. And I just had a look and somebody had put, they listened to the song. I thought, oh, how heartwarming. 98 years old, my delicious babies, and said, oh, every time I listen to this song, and and who sent the message was 98 and said that they think about their Mary. Oh, can you say? Because it's such an old song, isn't it, my delicious babies? Anyway, I'm not going to talk no more now. I've talked enough. Okay, my delicious babies, now then. So until my next video, okay, wherever you are in the world, wishing you a beautiful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, okay? Please have a super duper time because you want to get one life, okay? And please continue to lift the vibration and lift the frequency. See, I went slightly off then with that, okay? So no clap today for Carla, okay? Okay, because I got it slightly wrong, okay? And also please give a listening ear because it's always very welcomed, and please take care of yourselves and please take care of others, okay, if you can, okay? And please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family members, to some friends or to some work colleagues, and please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy and super duper delish, and that you love them so, okay? And please, a smile a day keeps the doctor away, just like an apple crunch a day keeps the doctor away, okay? And please may I send each and every one of you bright blessings in each and every one of your lives, peace, love and harmony. Please may you be blessed with so much happiness and love, okay? And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected, okay? Please keep a handle, like I said, okay? Now, until my next video, thank you so very much for listening, okay? I'm always very thankful to anybody who listens to my videos, okay? And I send you all so much love. So until my next video, God bless. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.